Welcome to The Explainer. And oh, do we have an amazing adventure story for you today. It's all about a brave hero named Krishna. Can you say that with me? Krishna. And a beautiful, courageous princess named Rukmini. That's Rukmini. Get ready, because this story has a wild chase, a huge battle, and a party you won't believe.
Okay, so let's dive right in. Our heroes, Krishna and Rukmini, have just escaped together. You might think, great, story over. But oh no, their adventure is really just kicking off, because trouble is literally right behind them. You see, all the other kings were absolutely furious that Krishna had just whisked the princess away. They felt cheated. So what did they do? They put on their armor, grabbed their swords, and started a giant, epic chase. And we're not talking about just a few guys. We're talking about a whole army, led by a super powerful king named Jarasandha. Can you just picture it? A massive cloud of dust, with horses, giant elephants, and chariots, all racing to catch Krishna. But Krishna had a plan. His army, the mighty Yadavas, were totally brave. They stood their ground, turned around, and got ready for a huge fight. They were not backing down. And just like that, the battle began. Imagine so many arrows flying through the air that it actually looked like a giant rainstorm. It was like whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. Just like the quote says, it was like clouds pouring water upon mountains. Now, seeing this giant battle unfold right in front of her, Rukmini felt her heart start to tremble. She was so scared. I mean, who wouldn't be? She looked over at Krishna with these really big, worried eyes.
And you know that feeling she had, that trembling, heart-pounding feeling? There's a special word for it in the ancient language of Sanskrit. The word is bhaya. It's pronounced bhaya. Can you try saying it with me? Bhaya. That's exactly it.
But Krishna, he just laughed. He told her, "Don't you worry." He knew his heroes, people like his own brother Gada, were more than a match for those angry kings. He wasn't scared at all. And guess what? Krishna was totally right. The Yadava army was so strong and so brave that they completely defeated the kings. The other guys finally just gave up and went home. Phew! So the danger's over, right? Nope. There was one person who was even angrier than all those kings. And it was Rukmini's own brother, Rukmi. Rukmi was so mad that he made this very serious promise, this vow. He declared that he would chase Krishna down all by himself, and he wouldn't even go back to his own home city until he won. So being very foolish, he actually caught up to Krishna and started shouting things like, "Stand and fight." He had absolutely no idea that he was challenging the most powerful hero of all time. Big mistake. Krishna, of course, calmly accepts the challenge. And here's how it went down. First, Krishna breaks Rukmi's bow. Snap. Then Rukmi grabs another bow, and Krishna breaks that one too. It was almost easy. Next, Krishna breaks his spear, his lance, his sword, one by one, until Rukmi had nothing left. Finally, he just charges on foot with his very last sword.
So Krishna was about to finish the fight for good. He was standing over Rukmi, but just then, someone intervened. Someone cried out.
It was Rukmini. Even though her brother had been so mean, she was full of that feeling again, Bhaya, but this time for her brother. She fell at Krishna's feet and begged him, "Please, show him mercy."
So, here's the crucial point. Krishna, who is so full of kindness, listened to her. Instead of hurting Rukmi, he decided to give him a punishment that was, well, a little embarrassing. He gave him a very silly haircut by shaving parts of his hair and his mustache. Right then, Krishna's older brother, Balarama, showed up. He taught everyone a really gentle lesson. He said that being a hero isn't just about being strong. It's also about knowing when to be forgiving, especially when it comes to family. Okay, with all the fighting finally over, Krishna and Rukmini arrived at Krishna's amazing city, Dvaraka. And it was finally time for their wedding. A big, happy event like a royal wedding is considered a very special, blessed thing. And in Sanskrit, there's a beautiful word for this. It's mangalyam. It's pronounced mungalam. Let's try that one. Mangalyam. The whole city was celebrating this wonderful Mangalyam event.
And what's so cool here is how the entire city got ready for this party. I mean, look at this. There were huge flags flying, colorful flower garlands hanging from everywhere, beautiful arches on the streets. Every single doorway had lamps and smelt like sweet incense. Everyone put on their best clothes and shiniest jewelry. It was a massive celebration.
The people of Dwarka were just overjoyed. For them, this was everything. They were seeing their hero, Krishna, the master of all good things, finally together with Rukmini, who they saw as the goddess of good fortune herself.
And that's what's so great. The story doesn't end with a battle. It ends with a huge, happy party for every single person in the city. Just pure joy. So, this whole story leaves us with a really big thought. Krishna was strong enough to win any fight, right? But he was also kind enough to listen and to forgive. So what do you think that tells us about what it means to be a true hero? Something to think about. Thanks for joining us for this explainer.